very good at doing that here for Team Spirit. Let's see who's going to look the more prepared on Ancient. The newest map added to the pool is finally being played here on the B stream. Let's see who gets off to a good start.
And the 1x bet odds not favoring Sprout at all. Team Spirit coming into this one, heavy favorites, as we've just highlighted on the desk. And now we're about to get right into things. It's going to be a CT side start for Team Spirit. For Sprout, over on the T side, we've got kressy on a double flash and a smoke grenade. The rest are on Kevlar, apart from Spitty, who's yet to buy. And for Chopper is the defuse kit, the smoke. The magixx still yet to buy as well. We do have a pause to start off Ancient. It's a bit of a false start, Hawker. But they're just taking in... We're actually called this pause so the observer can show us his beautiful cam paths he's prepared.
Exactly. And also, I want to say that it's cool how the production have always been changing the name of our observer, but always including Carl in there somewhere. This time he was called Monte Carlo, apparently. It's a cool little detail to keep in there.
Our producer just informed us with some mind-blowing information, actually, as well. The observer's name is actually, would you believe, Carl?
No.
So
surely not.
It makes a lot of sense. It all makes sense now, Hawk. I did not see that coming.
Oh, sorry, not Carl, but Carl is apparently his name.
Yes.
It's some weird Swedish pronunciation, I'm sure.
Yes, definitely. Carl.
Probably got some weird accent on the A or something.
Yes. But this is a real slow start. I mean, this pistol round, they're taking the time to get into this one. They really are, but we should be hopping into it pretty shortly. Over for Sprout, they have got quite a bit of utility, and here we go. It is right into the action now. Freeze time will come to a close in 14 seconds, and both of our teams will be let go. Ready to charge it out. Let's see what Sprout have up their sleeve. A smoke and a double flash could be the B hit coming into the pistol round. We'll see which way they're leaning. Looks like they're all looking towards A right now on that minimap, and they're going to start leaning that way straight away.
CT pistols can be quite difficult here on Ancient. You can very quickly be run down, and SDY has to be aware of these players close by.
He hears the footsteps, he knows the timings, and he gets back away. He's going to try and take them out of play, and Dexter's coming in with a headshot. Dennis has gone down. Man advantage here for Team Spirit on defense. And they've just gone and disappeared because the smoke's up for Sprout. Valve is trying his best to try and get a couple of kills through a smoke, but he hasn't been able to find anything. He's dished out some damage, though, and look at this from Sprout. They're going to try and triple up into the donut, and it's worked out for 2 on Spitty. Chopper doing good work as well, and magixx arrives to the party. There's now just Slacks left alone. He's really trying to get onto the board early, and he's just going to go down. Dexter with a quick headshot. And Team Spirit, they make the retake work. I do like how Sprout triple up there as they're going in towards the donut. It just doesn't really work out for them in the end.
Strong start for Spirit. Sharp start for some of their individuals. Like you said, not an awful idea from Sprout there, splitting into that A-bomb site. But Spirit's aim was too strong. Able to deal with it on this occasion. Sprout will be going ahead and buying up, though, and I think Ancient is a map where you can absolutely get away with some MAC-10s and some Deegs doing some damage. A lot of close quarters angles for you to work with, particularly on that B side of the map, where every single Sprout player is headed right now.
They're just going to run it straight up with the MAC-10s for Sprout. They're going to try and put some pressure on Team Spirit, but magixx does not crumble, does not care. He takes his first kill and goes out for the peek on out. It's going to be Dennis coming in with a quick kill on the MAC-10. And Sprout looking for the bomb plant. Dexter hanging around on the extremities. Smoke is out and Dexter now runs forward. Good kill on a kressy, but this bomb plant already for Sprout is good news. It's all about holding on though, allowing this post plant to play out. Spitty's doing a good job with that. All the kills from Sprout come in, and SDY's alone. MP9 quickly in with a headshot, has to find another follow-up kill. He's low on health, 17 HP, and the smoke goes out to the left side. Itchy goes deeper down into ramp, but SDY will have to concede the round. Sprout hold on. That's a huge round for them to win.
It was looking quite comfortable for Team Spirit early on into that one. Even though they concede the site, they stay on top of the kills, they stay on top of the trades, and then suddenly, in come the Sprout frags, 3 of them found in quick succession. Spitty playing this cubby position, which is so powerful, and that's the second shot that he found on the edge of the smoke, taking out another Team Spirit player and putting Sprout into a good position to get an early lead on Ancient.
Favin. He's going to be running up in towards Jaguar, where magixx currently playing with Chopper. I was going to try and start the spam through the smoke if possible, but he's going to drop back and play with his teammates now in middle. Sprout taking that mid control. I think the T's have to do it from two fronts now. You know, you can't really feel too confident coming out of elbow just alone. You've got to really try and take the ledge as well. Sprout have done that. They've got that mid control, making sure no pesky players from Team Spirit to try to heavy mid play. In fact, some of the aggression will start to come through, but it's down towards the bottom of that B ramp. We'll see it come in for Chopper. I think they'll just be happy with the setup they've got right now with magixx and Chopper doubled up.
Flash at the ready, though. Oh, he doesn't throw it. Dexter had a flash in hand. I thought they might go round, but they're happy to wait.
Oh, so he's going to try and bait them out with some sound. He's going to start dropping back. Flash is good. Favin with a kill on Chopper. The aggression being pulled into the open. The riflers have been able to find the opening. Now 45 seconds left. Mid control here from Mio. Dennis is about to spot it. Oh! That is sick from Mio. How does he get that second one? Luckily, Favin gets the quick reply. And now looking for a little bit more here as well. But SDY from range. The MP9 comes into play. And now kressy, his play into this A-bomb site has so much more pressure on it. He's really got to make some space. Smoke down in towards Donut. He's taking over Temple. This is such a strong position to have right now. And kressy's going to try and get involved as well. Dexter now aware of kressy's position. Bomb plant starts to come in and Spitty's locked that through, and kressy needs to line up, and he hasn't got a kill. Spitty goes down as well, and it's Team Spirit with a little bit of magic and a round win added to the tally.
This is something we were worried about here for Sprout. If they want to try and play loose, even after winning that second round, Spirit always have the ability to come back at you with their individuals. Stunning shots from Mir on mid make a big difference in the round. He overperformed by taking these 2 kills. Look at that turnaround. It's so quick, even in slow motion. And then kressy, unfortunately, fluffs his lines. He really should get at least 1 kill in that scenario with the AK, but unable to deliver. Team Spirit come back. It's a topsy-turvy start to the game, but I think Spirit should be able to come away with a strong start early now, unless this Orpus Flax can do something, because he's gone all in on the round, while his teammates don't have much to work with.
Yeah, you really got to get something out of it at this point, and absolutely nothing. Some die young with a quick shot on the AK-47. Slacks is down and out of play as early as you could have asked for.
Dennis wanted the AWP, I think. He dropped his Deeg, but kressy's having a go with it.
And kressy, he's yet to get a kill. This could be the way. Dexter in towards middle. He has just spotted one down towards elbow, but SDY has been the player to start off the round with a kill and might just get more from it as well as they're starting to pressure him. Well, they're trying this boost, and SDY is going to hear that. He's going to hear those jumps. Hasn't been able to pull him into the open yet, though. And eventually, they will start to pressure him. Mir peeking with him. Lineup of 1. SDY peeking out. Really well played. Good discipline there from Team Spirit not to give away any fights. And it ends up being a clean round win. They don't lose a single player.
Super solid. And it's important that they communicate that effectively, where SDY can say, okay, I can hear them coming. I know there's a couple of players coming B. He tells his teammate he's not going to take the fight. He actually wants the man from Donut to come in first, take that duel, and just take the attention away from the AK of SDY, who can help clean up the rest of the round. So having that early sound cue go his way means it's much easier to establish and set up that hold. He can communicate exactly how he wants to play it. Now the AK's out for Sprout. Slack's obviously short-changed after buying the AWP in the previous round. Chopper's sitting behind this smoke, though, and Favin's not ready for him.
Not the start to the round you want here for Sprout. Such an important one as well to try and recover this economy. And Dennis, oh, what a shot from Dexter. Big opening now for Team Spirit has been cracked open into another. And for Sprout, they're really hoping that Slacks might be able to pull something off for this Deagle. Mir just playing inside of Totem. He's going to try and catch the good angle. Slacks is down, and Mir's done well just choosing that tight angle. He nearly goes down, though, for Team Spirit, but he's going to stay alive. And kressy, he's up in towards middle. Chopper's dropping back and about to go into his crosshair. He's actually just fallen all the way back into CT spawn. In the meantime, Spitty's at the bottom of that B ramp, and the smoke is going to keep him alive. But look at this. The drop back from Chopper has allowed the kill. And now it is a lone wolf Spitty trying to make his play out in towards the B-bomb site. magixx has just dropped back into the cubby, and a quick headshot from Spitty has delivered a kill, but nothing more than that. No clean sheet for the double round, but it will be the round win for Team Spirit.
And if you haven't watched much Ancient, a lot of teams on CT's side struggle heavily with that mid control. And if they lose it, they struggle to keep that map control. The T's can get into a lot of annoying positions. So seeing Spirit so comfortably deal with that mid play that came through in the middle of the round, Chopper able to get a kill all the way back from spawn, it's a really positive sign for Spirit that they were able to so confidently win that round despite Sprout trying to take mid away from them. And now it's down to Deagles and looking likely to be a 5-1 lead for Spirit early.
Good kill from Mio Spitty. It's been found in Sprout. I mean, they're not really coming into this round with too many expectations, right? It's just, we're looking at this buy and we're just considering their options. It's not looking so hot unless there's a flurry of kills or some outburst of skill. This round should be Team Spirits. And look at this, magixx so confident to run them down. And these are the kind of rounds that get confidence going in a team, right? If you want Team Spirit to feel confident, these early picks are going to do that. Sprout are going to have another buy. And finally, it feels like everybody's got a gun. Because for some reason, we've had some of these mixed investments coming out from Sprout. We've had players and Deagles in the gun rounds. We've had some players and some better weapons and the rest on pistols. This feels like Sprout's best chance yet.
Hopefully that turns into reality in the server. No orb is a slight shame, especially if you want to go for the mid control. You can do it with the sniper, or you can just go with the fast play. The smokes are successful. Sprout putting a good bit of emphasis into this mid control early. Kressy's going all the way up.
Look at this from SDY as well. I thought he was going to go deeper through the smoke, but instead they're going to try and boost. This is interesting. Mia trying to make it work. The smoke does start to fade away. So you're now exposed from two angles. One up on the ledge and one down below. And Mio's actually got out of the boost at just the right time because it keeps him alive. Not SDY though. He goes down and the trade is in. But look at kressy. As you said at the start of the round, he's so aggressive up into mid.
He would have just heard Chopper rotating away from the B site to A. He heard that player cross by, and that could give kressy a golden opportunity to get into the back lines. His teammates want to join him, but Mir is holding this tight angle. Close to a kill, but Spitty gets away. Not going to get away from that one, though. Mir eventually finishes the job.
Yeah, holding down the man advantage for Team Spirit. Mir is doing a really good job in this position. Credit to him in terms of how he traded out his teammate. And kressy finally on the board. The kill on a magixx. Gonna throw a flash out towards CT spawn as well, and kressy's gonna start thinking about getting his next kill, but Dexter might just come in behind Favin, able to take Mir out of the round, and now the AWPer of Dexter has it all to do. The bomb gets around the corner before Dexter can hunt him down. And that plant will come through. Dexter goes into the temple. He's gotta be praying right now that he's going to win this round. Back in CT, Favin finds him. Dexter just trying to figure out what fight he could take, and in the end, it is Sprout to win it. kressy on the board, finally getting some kills in there, and a very impactful round to do it.
That's something I was just pointing out earlier, how hard it is to play that CT side if you lose that mid control. And it turns into a round win for Sprout. You see how difficult it is there for Spirit to start leaving the sites and having to focus on these fights towards the back of mid. It's really awkward for the CTs to focus on both the site and that mid position. It gets Sprout so close to those bomb sites. As soon as they're able to sneak in from behind, Spirit have too many angles to deal with. So well played round by Sprout. They use that mid control effectively. Now we'll get to see if they go back to that mid control, or if they want to attempt a full site take. Slax has been boosted up early, so he can watch to that right side of the square. And as it stands, Spirit have only 2 players on this B site. One playing behind the pillar, one sitting in cave. Sprout look like they want to test the waters now on B.
Just taking their time. enjoying the ambient sounds of Ancient. We hear a little bit of monkey action going on in the background.
A bit of bird watching, perhaps.
Yeah, Prius, shout out to you. magixx looking to hold on. Molotov has gone in, and Spitty's actually hit the first headshot. Spitty gets away with one, and Dennis also blinded, gets the follow-up kill. Sprout looking for the bomb plant. They've also got the man advantage into this post plant. So it was quiet up until the explosive part of the round, and now they go through. Dexter. Smoke is up. That's going to allow Sprout to get back into ramp. But Mir has come through. Jaiguan, he's found a lineup of two. Great transfer onto Dennis and Favin. And now suddenly it is Team Spirit with a man advantage. And kressy starting to crack open a few heads now. Starting to find control of this game. These are the two players that have been underperforming. And Slacks and kressy need to pull it out. kressy goes through the smoke. Another kill on SDY. And now it's just Mir tapping the bomb, trying to pull them into the open. And kressy, what a round. 3 kills for him in the post plant. And Sprout desperately needed that one.
He started off slow. He started off 0-6, but he's so quickly turned that around with a couple of big moments here as this game has gone on. Team Spirit only with 2 players on the B site initially. The molly goes down. magixx thinks that's going to keep him safe, but he commits to the site itself, which a lot of teams don't do now on that B site on CT side. Committing to the site puts you in a position that can be pretty hard to play, especially when you only have 2 CTs there. And Sprout are going straight back to B, looking to exploit this position, and magixx will be burnt alive.
He does well to try and stay alive, but that Molotov just catches him in behind, and Mir trying to get up, and he goes down to Spitty. These important fights are going Sprout's way at the moment. They are competing individually. And this is what we were saying. They needed to do this if they want to try and compete against Spirit. Dexter's got through to the edge of the smoke. He's waiting for that pick, and Chopper's coming out of cave as well alongside him. Looking to fight, but Spitty, once again, important kills from him. Dennis and Slacks clean it up, and Sprout are finding success on this B-bomb site.
If Spirit keep playing like that on B, I think Sprout will continue to exploit it. I don't think you can commit to the B site in the way that Spirit are playing it right now. It looks like their default only has 2 CTs on B, and magixx playing behind Pillar never has the ability to fall back. He has to just stand his ground and try and get multiple kills. And as soon as he gets traded out in the 1-for-1, Sprout are all over the bomb site with full control of the round and the ability to play the post plant. It's just too easy if you're going to keep playing like that. I know that Spirit probably practiced in that way, but I really do think if you're playing 2B, you've got to play in a position where you can fall back or where you can get multiple kills. magixx hasn't shown an ability to do that in these recent rounds. Let's see if Spirit switch things up. In this round they will, because they only have the pistols. They'll try and stack mid, and this could be dangerous for Slacks if he's not careful.
Oh, he's actually hit that shot. No kill though, as it was the like shot onto magixx. Heavy mid control from Team Spirit, really trying to use the strength and numbers with the weaker weapons.
You've got to watch the flank here. You saw them running at mid.
They're just going to quickly execute here for Sprout into the site. Chopper's starting to pull himself back with the deagle. He's going to line his sight down into the bomb site. But he hasn't been able to find any kills, and so he goes into the temple, this time trying to charge down kressy, and kressy's going to come out with a first headshot. He'll look for another one as well, and he's going to get a second kill. Just padding out the stats against some of the weaker weapons, and he's having great fun committing to these angles and gets away from it as well. Finally, magixx will take down an opponent, and that's actually going to give him an AK-47. So magixx is going to get out of there with the AK. And we're looking at Sprout tying up the scoreline 5-5. They've done very well in terms of getting the right reads. The gun rounds, when they're going up against the rifles, the B side certainly being the real weakness, but also changing up in these weaker pistol rounds as well, going over towards A in the previous. I'm interested to see if there's any adaptations here from Team Spirit.
In my opinion, there should be ahead of this round. You either need to start putting 3 players on B early, or you need to play in a way where you can sit back and play retake. Problem with that would be they only have the 1 kit right now in the hands of Dexter, so that's something to stay aware of as the round begins. 5-5 right now, all tied up after Sprout have won a couple in a row to bring us back to this point. The other option over on B is some aggression down into that ramp. You can push there sometimes, but good nade to begin with. magixx chunked down to half health. Similar overall setup from Spirit, but this time their B players are both stacked in cave, which means they won't have to fight as hard for the site. They can focus one side initially. Dexter wants to find a pick at mid right now. No one facing him though. He's got Spitty stuck though. Oh, if Spitty peaked 10 seconds sooner, he was dead.
Game of timings. Has been a lot of timing play so far in this game, and Chopper and magixx now going for more of an aggressive play. Oh, he's shooting his own teammate! Oh, magixx eclipses the crosshair of Chopper. He does damage, and that actually prevents Chopper from getting away with more. Now Dexter, much more pressure on him, and he has found an important trade kill, but he's still sticking around. He wants to go for the fight. Molotov's going to force him into the angle, and now forward for the kill. Dexter, this is ballsy, and he's making it work right now. Dexter might just get another one. Luckily, Spitty had committed to the angle, and he's good enough for one, but only one. And now it is Favin, 1 versus 2, looking for 2 players, and he gets away with 1, but not the second. They double up, they play it together, and Mir will take the lead for Spirit.
Even though Spirit lose the B site in this round, the fact that they take some initiative and give that earlier information over to their teammates alone is enough to allow Dexter to get into a better position, to have some impact. He was playing towards the back of B fairly early on in this one. Got into that spot you see there where he could get that kill before the bomb was planted, and then what a ballsy push through the molly. I wasn't sure he was going to make that play. I wasn't sure if he was going to get out alive because of it. But Team Spirit get a better chance that time in the retake. Mir landing an important quick trade kill. And Sprout decide it's time for a timeout ahead of round 12. Mac 10 picked up by Dennis. A few Sprout players looking over to B. It's definitely been their site of choice so far. I think it's everyone's site of choice so far on Ancient. That B site sees a lot more action. And Sprout seem like they want to go straight back to B here in this one. Oh, look at this setup from Spirit, though. This time there are 3 B.
Yeah, this is a heavy setup at the beginning of the round, expecting Sprout to go back to what is comfortable for them. And now magixx standing on default. Dexter's found the first kill through the smoke, and they're being held back right now. Sprout's done a good job of forcing them out, but they're going to try a boost. They're going to try and see if they can spot out the angle. They're really trying to get over the top here. Eventually, they'll get up, but they don't spot anything from it. And that's a kill from Dexter again. There must have been a gap on the start of the smoke for him to get that pick from. And now magixx starting to get tagged up. Although Sprout have the site, they've lost 2 players.
Oh, no.
And SDY has got the timing on the flank. The kill is in, and now it's just Favin. In the end, it's Team Spirit with a round win. And that's really well done from him in terms of having the discipline to come back out.
Much better from Team Spirit. They're not committing to the B site as heavily. They're fighting for kills, but they're not fully fighting for the site, which is the way you have to play B right now. You've got to concede the bomb plant at times, because that B site is quite favorable for the T's to take fights with the AKs. There's the initial kill from Dexter, and then, oh, kressy tried to push through that smoke towards Dexter. That's why it wasn't a smoke kill, because he just tried to walk through it on the timing. Dexter was ready. I'm seeing a few smiles right now on the Team Spirit faces. They're happy with how this is going so far on Sprout's map pick. Sprout haven't really gone towards A too often in this game. kressy making sure he keeps control, but SDY is close by. Oh, great shot from kressy, though.
kressy has got Sprout a very good opening, and an advantage that is much needed. Right through from kressy, nearly comes away with another, and finally commits too far, and Dexter will get the trade.
He called that there were 2B, though. I thought Sprout might just try and pounce on the B site, or sorry, 2A. I thought they might pounce on the B site, but no commitment yet.
Smoke down, so they don't really want to walk through it in case they get shut down. And magixx is the only player anywhere near the bomb site itself. Chopper can help him out with a flank, and a good timing has allowed a kill for Chopper to come through. So once again, Team Spirit have the advantage in player count, and magixx got another kill. There's just sitting back in all these angles. You have so many angles to choose from, and Spirit just coming away with a kill. Sprout making it difficult on themselves because they know they have to go into the site, but there's so many different angles they have to worry about. Makes it hard to think about which angle you're looking towards. Give Spirit that extra second to react, and now they've got to go back in for the retake. It's working out for them. Slacks is alone, and he's looking for these picks. He's got one and drops away, and in the end, it's Dexter ready for him. Dexter's having a very good game, 14-6 right now on the AWP. He's not committing to too many fights, he's just sitting there waiting for the angle. He's had a couple of moments where he's gone aggressive, but I think for the most part, he's playing a safe game, and it's really working out for Spirit.
Dexter is the embodiment of that meme where you say, oh, Dexter dropping a 40 bomb, but I don't remember any of the kills, but a mere kill. I remember a mere kill.
It is true, because we did see 35 kills coming in for Dexter yesterday, and they lost.
He just quietly goes about his business.
Yeah, he does. Quietly just murdering everyone.
A stone cold killer.
Talented.
It's the quiet ones you got to be scared of.
Silent but deadly.
Never know what they're up to.
You know about that, Hawker.
Yeah, your farts stink, mate.
That's the one issue about being back in the studio. I'm sure you missed that.
3B again for Team Spirit. Sprout haven't found a way around this in the recent rounds. We may even see some aggression. Dexter's got the flash at the ready for the ramp. In goes magixx. They've got to clear the left side, and they have. Chopper and magixx have improved significantly. The team play looks much better now on the B site. Last time they did that, they ended up shooting each other. This time they both get kills.
Yeah, that works a little better. I think it's quite difficult to work out worse for them, to be honest. Kressy's going to get naded down. He's been really trying to force the issue in a lot of those A fights. I think he probably felt more pressure to do so now that he's lost his teammates over towards B, and it hasn't worked out for him. He's been shoved down to low HP, and Dexter now holding, waiting for the walk around the corner. Biding his time. Often an AWPer that is willing to do this as well. And he doesn't miss that often. It didn't take him long to get comfortable to the big LAN. That was a question mark we had, was Dexter whether or not he'll be able to carry his performances from online into the LAN environment. And if anything, he's playing better than he was online towards the end of the tournaments that were coming up before Cologne. And now it's just Slacks, because the rest of his teammates have gone down. Slacks tries to come over, quick headshot, but he should be traded out pretty quickly from the flank of Mir. And Team Spirit have adapted pretty well. I think they understand, okay, maybe it's a bit of a shaky start. The game plan is Sprout catching us off, but now the CT side are making all the right plays.
magixx's turnaround has been magnificent throughout this half. Earlier on, he was always playing behind that pillar in very committed angles, but he's found those different spots. Like you said, there's so many positions you can play on that B site. Really impressed by his ability to up his game as the half has gone on, and Sprout into the last round of the half don't have a great field to work with.
Nade's going to force Mir back. And that's mid-control for Sprout at the beginning of the round.
I'm surprised they haven't done this more often. The mid-controls work quite well for Sprout so far.
Yeah, and they've been able to get it easily. Team Spirit are just going to sit back, though. They're fine with that. As long as they haven't lost a player, you can just hold these choke points. You can't really go anywhere unless you take control of the choke points.
But if you just get one kill on Dexter here, the whole map is opened up.
Yeah, easier said than done, though. Dexter's been on one. 14-6. They're going to try and challenge him. The Deagles will start to come around that corner. Dexter, I don't think he's going to have to deal with too much utility as well, because that flash is too deep, but Dexter now under pressure. They're running him down. He's missed the shots, and there's the kill. Now the round really is opened up. Sprout, do they go in towards A? Well, the answer is yes. It's completely theirs right now. Sumdai Young turns around behind. Great kill on the Favity. He wants a little bit more out of it as well here. They start to back off. Flashes at the ready. Rotations coming over from Team Spirit. Kill from Dennis needs to work out. He has landed the shot, but not enough for the kill. Chopper's down to 12 HP. They're going to concede the bomb plant here, Team Spirit. But they have to go for the retake attempt. Last round of the half.
Utility at the ready, but Dennis has got to kill before the retake begins. Slack's playing this annoying angle. It's so hard to clear, but magixx makes it work. There's still a man down, though.
Yeah, they are. And Spirit are just losing players time and time again. It's just Mir left alive. He's got to pull off an incredible 1v3. I think with the time now and the utility starting to come in, it's a done deal. So maybe just some stats, maybe some kills towards the end, but that's all he can get out of it. 9-6 at the half. A great game of Counter-Strike here on Ancient. First time we've seen it on the B stream, and it's continuing in the second half.
of the shadows. I've come to make a name, ready for battle. Cause I got a thing to claim, think that I'll crumble.
9-6 half for Team Spirit, and Sprout are trying their best to come back into things. They had a decent half in terms of their game plan working out for the first initial rounds. Had a few slow starters, but Sprout got into things. We've had a good competitive first half of Counter-Strike, but it's still Team Spirit that lead the way in the odds and in the scoreline.
Still have to convert it here on their T side, though, and considering Ancient was picked by Sprout, this T side could be difficult for them if they can't get going early. kressy trying to block the smoke, but he is completely obscured, and they've already got control of the bomb site.
Yeah, quick take there from Team Spirit. They've also found the opening kill, and magixx. This is confident. Trying to get through the smoke on the right side, and that might not work out exactly the way he wants it to. kressy, okay, double kill for him. Chopper and magixx both down, and Dexter finally fighting back, gets a double of his own. And Bavin is now the only remaining player. Dexter is taking everybody out. And that is the pistol round Team Spirit we're searching for.
Blah, blah, blah. Dexter takes 3 with the Glock. That's the Glock sound, Dinko, right? Blah, blah, blah.
I don't know what's
close.
happening, Hawkeye. I don't know what Glock that sound is, but yeah, it's, I don't know.
It's in my version of CS. I made my own sound pack. I make the noise for all the guns. It's great.
And how
if you
many
want to
sales
buy
have
it,
you
go
got?
ahead and message me. It's an amazing sound pack.
Yeah, I might try and sell you something
I
else,
have
so be
0
careful
sales
about
so
that.
far, so I
Yeah.
need your support, guys.
Hit him up, Hawker_CS on Twitter. Oh, Dexter,
Great
though.
for Dexter, though, yeah. In all seriousness, he's been such a reliable player here for Team Spirit throughout the tournament. Getting impact this time in the pistol and putting Sprout into a tough position here at the start of their CT side.
Yeah, they're in a real tough spot, and they've gone for the investment here. They're going to try and make this force buy work, and if it doesn't, Team Spirit are going to be up a few more rounds on the board. Dennis is going to try and peek down through middle elbow, and that is fast from Dexter. He came out of ledge, and just as Dennis is trying to figure out where he can get the opening, what opening he can find, he's immediately dealt a bad hand by Dexter, and a man advantage now for Team Spirit. Dexter sees the smoke. I don't think he cares about it, though. He's going to have a little bit of a gap he can play with, so he can actually just sort of transition each side, and bullets whiz past through the smoke, and Spitty is lucky to not to have taken any damage from that. And Team Spirit now looking towards A quite heavily, but the bomb is still back in spawn. Falcon's up here on top, but he's about to be pushed, and he was focusing on the donut side, and because of that, the rest of the squad came out of main, and Somdai Young is able to get that kill. Not really looking so great right now for Sprout's chances, and Dexter, they've left him over here on his own. And, oh, he's going to get spotted by the Deagle of Spitty. That's an AK.
That's the sort of shot you have to land if you want to deal with Dexter right now. Wallbang headshot with the Deag. Won't lead to any potential round win. At least not in this one. But saving the AK could maybe help them do a bit more damage, or who knows, maybe even help them win this next round. Slack's holding. Not able to land that shot. As you suggested, Dinko, Slacks hasn't had as easy of a time here in that series against Team 1 earlier. He was given a lot of opportunities to take clear shots without nades coming his way. And a slow start for him this time. And wow, Spirit aren't letting anything be saved here. They pushed across the whole map, basically, planting on A and then clearing out T spawn. I don't have a name for that spot yet. The little spot outside T spawn. It's a good save spot, but not this time.
Little spot outside T-spawn.
The spot outside T spawn is a bit of a lengthy call out.
I like it.
Nah.
L-O...
There's a box there.
L-S-O...
There's a big tree.
T-S. This one.
Yeah, around that
Safe
area.
round.
Because there aren't ever really any fights there.
Well, Team Spirit are going to have easy mid control for the time being. There is a smoke into top middle, and a lot of players in behind that smoke. And here they come. The re-smoke, they're not having any of it. They're bored. They want to run into the rifles, and they make it quick. Thank you, Sprout, for making this one very quick indeed. We head into the next one. 12-6 for Team Spirit. They're 4 rounds away from winning their opponent's map pick. And I think we are starting to see a necessary round win needing to come up for Sprout, right? This is just all on the line now. If they lose this, I feel like it's starting to get to the territory where it's almost unrecoverable.
And they've got the double AWP set up to try and do it. to try and win this all-important round. Slax is an AWPer who prefers to play on that CT side. He prefers to hold angles. He has a much higher CT rating than T rating, but Slax actually wants to take the fight to them early, pushing up towards those boxes.
He's got a good angle for it as well. Chopper, he has gone down very early to the pick of Slax, and now the rest of the squad trying to make their play into the B-bomb site. magixx will be the man leading the charge here.
Uh-oh. kressy doesn't know.
Oh, he doesn't. He needs to peek wider if he wants this info. And magixx has got so far up, he's got to spot the barrel. Oh, magixx, he knows he's there. kressy has no idea still, but he has got an AWPer in behind him. Oh, magixx, oh, the big swing finally comes out, but there's the AWP. magixx has spotted that as well, and he hasn't gone down. He's on 21 HP, but still alive and kicking. And that's a problem right now for Sprout. They've got to figure out how to pull that back. 4v4, Slax goes down through the smoke. Dexter just sprays through it. He's been very good at those smoke kills after the first couple of days have played out, hasn't he? He's just had a lot of those multi-kills.
This is why Spirit is so hard to play against too. They lose the first fight, and then they're instantly putting pressure elsewhere. They're instantly trying to make up for it. magixx isn't even an especially aggressive player in his own right at times. I think normally he'll push with his team, but this time he takes the solo play, and it's a great decision. Gets the timing window right to sneak up to the B site. You've always got to be on your toes when you're playing against Team Spirit. And this time round, Sprout couldn't handle that push, that quick push into the site.
It's been really cool to see magixx just develop as a player. I think there's very little, well, there are very little players right now that probably grind as much as magixx. I think he's got that hunger, that drive, that young energy, because every time I'm on Twitch, I just see him streaming FPL. He's just grinding constantly. He's in every game, dude. It's just insane. And as soon as he finishes a day of Counter-Strike where he's just played like 10 OTs across 2 best-of-3s, he'll just start streaming some FPL again. He doesn't care. He just plays Counter-Strike. He loves it, and you can see the development in him.
The improvement's been clear as day. When he first came into the team, he was never a bad player. I would never say he was a liability, but he was less confident, I think, in some of the positions. He wouldn't put as much of his weight onto the server, but now you really feel magixx, and 21 kills here, actually out-fragging Dexter.
Yeah, it's really impressive, especially with how he was being kind of toyed with a little bit in the first half as well in some of those early rounds on the B defense, and then the adaptations he's been able to make, and now on the T side making some big plays for Team Spirit.
And it is those players who grind who will probably be the best on Ancient.
Yeah.
He's going to know the angles better than anyone.
Exactly right. He's going to be playing this in the pugs, going to be playing these in the scenarios where you're constantly trying to figure out new things, and magixx probably has more hours than most. 13-6.
In come the smokes.
It's going to be a play into the A-bomb side this time. Favin's going to be playing back from Temple. And this position can be very strong, just to getting one and then getting in behind cover. And Favin's going to try and do that right now, and there's the kill. magixx has been taken out of play. The play we're just talking about, down and out. Second kill as well in for Sprout. Chopper this time, the second victim. And this is looking good for the Germans.
Smokes in so that they could only focus on this Temple angle, but it took them a lot of time to get that kill into that position. Finally, they find it, but they still have to deal with a couple of players close to the site. The rotates have arrived. Dennis is playing close, but he only has 2 health here. If he's not careful, he could get caught. But he's trying to tuck into this annoying position just to be a real nuisance.
If Sprout lose this round, this will be one of the most frustrating you can ever throw away. Dennis is just going to tuck up, grid angle. I don't know if Dexter always spotted an arm. He spotted him, and the kill is in. Dennis down, and Team Spirit now into the 1v2. It's Dexter, still alive, still kicking. Picked up the bomb now, but the limited spots to plant the bomb is a big issue, and getting it out of the Temple doorway is even harder. So kressy, really well played to just be disciplined and sit back there, and then peeks out for his final pick. Sprout went around, and a much needed one at that, but they don't win it convincingly, so look at the economy.
And how often do we see Team Spirit go for the A plays is the other question. Most teams have that as a round they'll throw in occasionally but oftentimes you will see mid-control taken or B-site plays. Generally, a straight-up A play like that is rather rare in the pro level. So it's a nice round win for Sprout, but you better believe Spirit are going to give them some different looks as this game goes on.
Well, they're going back to A again, so not any different this round, but they're hoping for a different outcome. Utility being set up outside of the A site. That mid-control from Sprout is a lot of info as well. There's no challenge towards ledge. There's no utility being used up from the T's in towards the B bomb site. Sprout can get a quick rotation back to Donut to help out the Temple player. All they need to do right now is just hold back and get a pick. But the utility's been good, and Favin's going to be forced away. So great execute this time from Team Spirit. Really doing a good job at neutralizing the Temple area.
That's a great smoke into Temple. Makes it real difficult for Favin to do anything. I don't know if I've seen that before, but it's a really cool way for Spirit to force the bomb plant, and they've even got a kill as the bomb gets planted.
Oh, well, Favin and Dennis getting a couple of kills. Another one from Favin. That's a quick kill up. And now Chopper and Dexter looking for the post plant, but it's going to be hard versus 4 of these Sprout players trying to get back in. And there's such limited spots you can play this post plant in on the A site. It's the most difficult part about it. And Dexter's going to go down as well. You've got a lot of angles you have to worry about, and not a whole lot of angles you can choose to hide behind. So I think holding the A bomb site becomes the difficult affair. You almost need to have the man advantage into a post plant if you're the T side.
You see why Spirit smoked off that Temple position too, because it's so powerful. In the post plant here, Favin just finds fights. There's a multitude of angles you can take. He's just taking the same angle over and over again, though. He'll take that fight all day long. I wonder if Spirit would have been better off flashing themselves into that Temple smoke and just really trying to force the fight and trying to get that map control. Because as you said, sitting back there is hard to do.
I think you have to take the Temple in the post plant. I think that's almost essential. If you're going to lose a couple of players, unless you take the site and kill both of the A defenders, then you can somewhat get away with that. But I think Temple control is almost paramount to success in the late round. They're leaving A this time, and they're going to go back into Cheetah, or should I say, Jaguar, as I think we've all agreed upon calling it now.
Wait, have we? I missed this memo.
So apparently Cheetahs are not found in the area that Incheon is meant to be, and it is a Jaguar on the wall. So that is what I'm hearing.
I appreciate the information.
I don't know who said that.
Oh, so it could just be someone.
No, but it was someone relevant, obviously. I just can't remember which one it was. But shout out to you anyway.
I need to know, Dinko. There are some filthy liars in the esports scene.
I mean, it could be Maui Snake.
Oh, I don't trust that guy.
Bit of a snake, isn't he?
Wouldn't trust that guy as far as I could throw him.
I mean, he calls himself Maui Snake, and there's no snakes in Hawaii, so you can never really...
He's not even Hawaiian!
Yeah.
He's sort of a bit Hawaiian, maybe.
Maybe a bit. I mean, he is.
He lives in LA now.
Yeah. Well, he's back in Hawaii.
He is back in Hawaii. We'll give him that. Nice shot from Slacks. Finally getting involved on that AWP, and Spirit are stuck behind this smoke with 30 seconds left. They're trying to go in. Kressy's denied.
Well, Kressy's done very well there. He might actually get a chance for another one as well. Flashbang up, and Slacks from default trying to get something done, but there's nothing to be done because Kressy's just killing everybody. Finally, Mia starts to come in behind, and Slacks was not ready. Another kill from Mia, and suddenly Team Spirit are back in this round again. Utility starting to be used up. Favin trying to get an ankle, and he's missed the shot. Molotov down and switches out the AWP, but the quick flank from Dennis, 4 seconds, not enough time to win the round, and he gets that final shot. Dennis has just given me whiplash.
Golly, Dennis jumping around the corner for the final kill. Wasn't too relevant, the round was already won, but a lovely shot to land at the end there. And Team Spirit are taking a timeout because Sprout are coming on strong on their CT side. I wouldn't mind seeing a round where Spirit go for that mid-control in the mid-round. Those are some of the rounds that stress out the CTs the most. And I believe that's the way Spirit can do well here on the T side. That they have such good aimers that if you go ahead and go for that mid-control and you just win that fight, it opens up so much. It makes it so hard for the CTs to know how to rotate. That's when Spirit are best, in my opinion, when one kill can just really stress the opponents out. They're so good at getting that one key frag. So I'd like to see Spirit focus on mid a bit more in some of these rounds. Let's see if they agree with me, though. They are still up 13-9. They don't have too much to work with in this one, though.
Yeah, they're saving most of their money for the next round. They're going to start selling out some utility into the A side, trying to pull out a rotation so the bomb can go in towards B. magixx leading the charge out, just trying to figure out where they're playing from, but Sprout are playing very passive. In fact, they're going to give them the A side. So if the bomb came this way, it would have got a plant out of it. But it's not going to get that opportunity because they're not planting the bomb. And I think just the information now where, okay, they haven't planted the bomb and we've given them the site, keeps them back, and now magixx taking control of tempo, but he couldn't get anything out of it because the quick reply from Favin's in. But at this point, if you're Sprout, you're starting to wonder, what is going on? I'm not leaving B. They haven't planted the bomb. They have to be trying to come to this B site. SDY has done well to get that quick reply on the deagle.
Oh no,
the issue right now is they haven't been able to get themselves the upgraded weapons, and Chopper's pushed forward into CT. He now has an upgraded gun. He has a kill. The bomb is going to the A site, which is completely open right now, and this could be a round win for Team Spirit. The way they've worked this round is perfect, and Chopper blinded, great flashbang, and that's one of the rifles out of play. Mir's deagle, he's got the timing. He's got the timing. He's in behind them. They have no idea. Mir can close out the round right now, but Slacks turns around. It's all an SDY, and just about Sprout come out on top. They don't even get a bomb plant.
I was about to sing Team Spirit's praises, but then Sprout come through with some crazy plays. Flash through the smoke for Slacks, not an easy shot to hit, but he makes it look easy. And then that turnaround. Mir looked like he had the round in the bag, but the bag had a massive hole in it.
And Slacks, he's the player that does it, right? He's the player that's carved that hole in the bag. And unfortunately for Team Spirit, that could have been a brilliant round to win. But for Sprout, it's all about just wiping the sweat off your brow because, oh my God, Dennis,
no.
1G's in chat right there. 1G's.
Oh, here comes the fast play. Org is a one-shot headshot here. At this range, he'll be a one-shot headshot. Eventually finds it. Chopper there to trade. Smoke goes down from kressy. He has to be concerned from both sides. Chopper all the way in cave. Spirit are so spread out right now. They do have the man advantage, but I like that they are slowing things down because now that they are up a man, they could do with grouping up and making sure they don't give away any unnecessary picks. Sprout have the read though. Slacks is rotating.
He's making that rotate back over, and he's been pretty good in some of these scenarios. Again, what we kind of talked about earlier on is the utility that they're going to be able to neutralize the AWP of Slacks. He was having a lot of easy kills, and look at the performance right now, 8 and 15. He hasn't been able to have the same impact.
And look at the nades that Spirit have. They surely have a full B-site exec at the ready.
And that should get the AWP back, but kressy runs right through the smoke. Good kill from Slacks. That's dropped the bomb. That slowed things down. 30 seconds left. Kressy's got into the cubby. This is such a strong position. Surely he gets at least one, but it's the timing as he looks away. Chopper on the big swing out of the cave. And that's allowed the bomb plant to start coming in. And Slacks is trying his best to get kills with the smokes, but the smokes are keeping him back. And the utility's starting to come in now as well. Flashbang keeping Slacks away. And Sprout, they're trying to come back for a double up retake. It's just not the most likely of rounds here. And Slacks is hanging around, but Favin seems to have 1 foot out. Flash goes in towards ramp, and they need a kill immediately. They're just not getting them, and the smokes go down now to try and allow the players onto the bomb site. And there's still so many angles you got to worry about. And still so many players from Team Spirit to come through with a flashbang. Slacks down. Mir with a double kill. 14 rounds for Team Spirit, and they're now just 2 away from victory on Ancient. This is the map pick of Sprout, and that utility, you mentioned it, makes a big impact even in the late round.
Excellent example of how important saving those nades for the post plant can be. Not a great example of using a utility there from Dennis, but we will swiftly move past that. Yes, smoke the Sprout. So you think, wow, they've saved their utility. That smoke's going to make a huge difference because all of Spirit go back and play safe. But then just having that one flashbang means Spirit themselves can use their one piece of utility to flash through. There's such little time remaining, they can all go flying through the smoke and make sure they get their 14th round win. Sprout need to make sure that this doesn't turn into something even worse for them, and this is a big call.
Yeah, this is a big buy. They called the timeout and no one else bought apart from Slacks. Slacks invested in the AWP, but everybody else was yet to purchase. So I wonder if they were having the discussion or whether or not Slacks just insta-bought. I would say that that's unlikely, but we'll see how this buy works out. Sprout, this is their last legs. They lose this one, it's done. I feel like Team Spirit have got this if they win this next round. Sprout are coming into it with 2 FAMAS, 2 Deagles, And AWP, there's got to be a big round here.
A bit surprised to see Chopper on the AWP for Spirit at the start of the round. He was in spawn, so maybe they'll switch that later. What a shot from magixx! One bullet right between the eyes, and that gives Spirit the early advantage.
What is that? magixx doesn't even care, just brushes over it. Next kill. Where is it? He's hunting down for it. magixx pushed up, ready to go in towards the A-bomb site. Sprout, they've got to hold on now with a man deficit. Dennis out of play as early as Team Spirit would have liked. Still over a minute left, and Team Spirit now bringing themselves once again over to this A-bomb site. Sprout have 2 players here. Spitty on the Deagle. Getting closer as a deep CT smoke has gone in. There's a bit of a gap on that right side, and Spitty's going to try and play with it. He's going to try and get a kill out of it, and he's done very well, but quickly magixx finds the reply, and favn getting in a lineup, but it's Dexter that's taken out his own teammate, but in reply has found a kill. A 3 versus 2. The FAMAS stops the bomb from getting over. kressy getting 1, and Chopper is traded out by SDY. It's Flax now. AWP was invested, the biggest investment of the round for Sprout, and he's going to go for it. He's not backing away. He hasn't even got a kit on his back. He's got to make this retake work, and there's a crossfire between 2 players inside of the site. If you're Slacks right now, you don't favor your chances, but he's going to go for it anyway, and the flashbang of his own doing catches him out. Slacks is going to go on in. Quick headshot quickly out to the right side on the Dexter, and nearly up on the SDY, but it's just too many players there for Team Spirit. 15-10, map point on Sprout's map pick.
A lot of tight moments in that round. That molly into Temple made them think they were safe. That shot from magixx is still just stupendous. He got a second kill afterwards as well. Headshot on the trade. First bullet. magixx has been playing brilliantly here on Ancient, and for Sprout, a lot of tight moments in that round. SDY playing a really good position at the end there, though. Up on top of that box, it's really hard to spot him out, and now the Deegs have to do it for Sprout to stay in their map pick.
It's not the best case scenario, right, when you got these Deagles out and really trying to claw your way back into your own map pick. And you got to win 5 rounds in a row from this point just to get overtime. Team Spirit are not going to make that easy. They're not going to make that easy at all.
I would not be going into cave right now if I was Spirit. It's terrifying in there with those deep body shots.
Unless you clear it out with utility, he's starting to try and limit some of the positions the CTs are playing from. But that Molotov doesn't really do much, and they're just going to go in. Luckily, magixx gets 1, but Spitty and Slacks taking 2 kills between them, and now an AK available to Sprout alongside the player to the good.
Mir still wants to fight, close range. Spitty gets another one. They're onto the B-bomb site. They should get the bomb down, and they have some nades to cut off some angles. SDY moving into the back lines and hoping he can play the post-plant aggressively.
Oh, he has just spotted 1 player crossover. The favn see him. He's going to throw down a smoke grenade. And that keeps him away from the action, and Dexter now looking for fights alone. Oh, Dexter, a double kill picked up as well. Spitty and kressy down. And remember, favn has smoked himself off. SDY's gone back into cave, and now favn runs through his own smoke. He realizes he's got to go for this now. Flash up into the site, Deagle in hand. He starts to run forward, but he needs these kills, and Spirit are not going to give it to him. A 2v4 recovery here from SDY and Dexter, and favn is trying his best. He's nipping at the heels. He'll get a kill, but the round is done. Team Spirit will be walking away with Ancient. SDY closes it out with a final kill. It's 16-10 as Sprout go down 1 map after their own pick goes the other way. We'll be right back after the break.